On Thursday, Democratic Missouri State Representative Ian Mackey unloaded on Republican colleague Representative Chuck Basye for his bill banning transgender athletes from high school sports teams. Mackey, who is gay, wasted no time during a floor speech in making the issue personal for Basye. Take a look.
And your brother wanted to tell you that he was gay, didn't he?
He was expressing that to the family, and he thought that we would hold that against him and not let my children be around him.
Why do you think he thought that?
I don't know. It never would have happened, I'll tell you that. My kids at that point in their life adored my brother.
Can I tell you, if I were your brother, I would have been afraid to tell you too.
Well, I'm sorry.
I would have been afraid to tell you too because of stuff like this. Because this is what you're focused on. This is the legislation you want to put forward. This is what consumes your time. I would have been afraid to tell you too. I was afraid of people like you growing up, and I grew up in Hickory County, Missouri. I grew up in a school district that would vote tomorrow to put this in place. And for 18 years, I walked around with nice people like you, who took me to ball games, who told me how smart I was, and who went to the ballot and voted for crap like this. And I couldn't wait to get out. I couldn't wait to move to a part of our state that would reject this stuff in a minute. I couldn't wait. And thank God I made it. Thank God I made it out, and I think every day of the kids who are still there, who haven't made it out, who haven't escaped from this kind of bigotry. Gentlemen, I'm not afraid of you anymore because you're gonna lose. You may win this today, but you're going to lose.
Local school districts in Missouri would be able to call elections on whether to ban transgender athletes from youth sports under the bill given initial approval by the House on Wednesday evening. The bill, originally designed to audit the state's voter rolls and tweak election laws, was amended by Representative Chuck Basye to include the language. He and other Republican lawmakers characterized the measure as an attempt to save women's sports. Basye said, "This isn't about hate, this is about fairness." The chamber approved the amendment by an 89-40 vote after almost 3 hours of fierce and emotional debate. Democrats called the measure discriminatory and designed to invoke fear. The Missouri State High School Activities Association, which oversees youth sports from grades K to 12, updated its policy regarding transgender athletes. Its 2021-2022 handbook lays out a process that includes an application and consistent documentation for trans females receiving medical or hormone treatments in order to compete on girls' and women's teams. Students born as female who transition to male are allowed to compete on boys' and men's teams. The amended bill would also require the legislature's Joint Committee on Education to study the impact of barring trans athletes and produce a report for the entire legislature by January 1st of 2024. The House needs to take another vote on the bill before it is sent across the building to the Senate. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to visit us at rawstory.com. And if you'd like to see more of the Raw Report, please like and subscribe and join others who like their news raw too.